Hey guys, and welcome to the start of a new weekly reading vlog. Now this week I originally wanted to just spend reading middle grade because obviously the Fowl Twins comes out this week. But that's gone out the window because I started doing that on Friday last week, which was obviously the 1st of November. I got 29 pages into Tin by Padraig Kenny, if I'm pronouncing that right. Then spent the weekend adulting and generally falling very, very far behind on NaNoWriMo, and so that plan has gone out the window. So instead, what I'm going to read this week is The Fowl Twins, which has just arrived, which I'm really, really excited for. I've been so excited to read this one because obviously it is the continuation of Artemis Fowl, and I'm just really excited to get to this one. And I mean, look at it, it's gorgeous. I won't show you the inside of it because quite frankly, it's just a plain black cover with nothing special on it. So, slightly disappointed in the naked version of this book, but at the same time, very excited to see what's inside it. Also, this is the back of it, in case you're wondering. And I'm just very, very excited to read The Fowl Twins. Then, once that's done, I want to read Trail of Lightning, because I was thinking, Fowl Twins is about 400 pages, but it's also a middle grade, so I should get through this reasonably quickly. And then Trail of Lightning is actually only... how long is it? 285 pages, so that should be quite easy. It's reasonably big writing, which also helps, and I feel like I'm going to get through this one quite quickly, despite the fact that it's actually... oh no, it's not bigger than a hardback. Okay, ignore me. It's actually 285 pages, which is just great. I feel like that's going to be a quick read. Then if I do manage to read anything else, it will probably be a graphic novel. Probably either Fables #2 or The Boys #2, which I'm both really, really excited for. I've decided now that I'm going to read Legion #4 for next month in December because there is the Kaboomathon and there is also another readathon which will be announced later on in the month, which I'm quite excited for, when I will obviously be talking more about it then. But right now I'm leaving Legion at the moment, so I've got to find something else for that prompt. But I'll come to that when I get there. I'm probably not going to get to it because I've got so many other things to read. But right now, this week's plan is to read The Fowl Twins, Trail of Lightning, maybe a graphic novel, and catch up on NaNoWriMo. Read 84 pages of The Fowl Twins yesterday, and I'm in love. I'm absolutely, completely and utterly in love with this book. Like, it is so... this is going to sound weird. It is so Artemis Fowl. It is utterly Artemis Fowl in every way I want it to be, and I love it. I absolutely, completely and utterly love it. It's just... there's so many little references to bits from the original books and stuff while still being its own story as well. I love Miles and Beckett and stuff like this. I am thoroughly, thoroughly enjoying myself and being back in this world again. My one thing is that I've forgotten quite a few things that happened in the original books. So I'm sitting here going, Juliet was the twins' butler, essentially. Like, she's obviously Butler's younger sister, who Butler is Artemis's bodyguard, so Juliet was like bodyguarding the twins, and she's not in this at all. She hasn't even been mentioned. Butler hasn't been mentioned either, admittedly. Artemis is off, so I'm assuming that Butler is with Artemis. I won't say where he is, because obviously that is a massive spoiler. Well, I guess it's not a massive spoiler, but it is a spoiler for this book. So I'm a bit like, where's Juliet? I've got to admit, I am going, where's Juliet? Because there's been no explanation as to where Juliet is. But apart from that, I'm really, really enjoying myself, and I just really can't wait to read some more. My only thing is with reading more is the fact that I've got about 3,900 words I've got to catch up on today to try and catch up with NaNoWriMo. And I'd usually say, yeah, that's quite easy. Well, not easy, but I can do that and then carry on reading The Fowl Twins. But my problem with it is I've also got to meet a client later on because I'm helping them set up their social media accounts, which is fine because they only live 5 minutes down the road from me, which is really, really convenient. But that's going to take an hour. And I've also got to film a video. And it's the 5th of November, which just makes me really badly want to watch The Empty Hearse, which is the first episode of season 3 of Sherlock, and it's set on the 5th of November. It's all about the plot to blow up Parliament and stuff like this. I absolutely love that episode. It's definitely one of my favourites. It's up there with The Sign of 3 and The Lying Detective. And I just really miss my show, quite frankly. I really, really miss my show. I haven't watched Sherlock since January this year, which is insane because it's now November. And I usually can go about 6 months without watching it because usually I'm watching like the main actors in Marvel films and stuff like this, and I just get caught up in other things. But seeing as it is the 5th of November, I am sitting there going, I really want to watch The Empty Hearse, which is going to take me another hour and a half. So I'm sitting there going, do I catch up? Do I watch Sherlock? Do I read this? Or do I film? I mean, I could watch the show after I've done some writing to reward myself, or I can reward myself with more foul twins after I've read something, or I could film, then watch the show, do some writing, but then I don't know if I'm going to have some time to eat lunch before I go to my client, or whatever. Obviously, I can read this after I've been to my client, but that only gives me like 2 hours of reading time, maybe just an hour, who knows, which is really, really annoying, because I do want to get this done by about Wednesday, quite frankly, so I've got a bit of a conundrum on my hands here. Obviously, I could film another day, I guess, but I feel like I'm cutting it fine because I want it uploaded on Friday. Oh, it's just a mess. Today is a mess, essentially, and I don't want to leave writing for another day because obviously I spent yesterday playing catch up and I caught up by like 2,000 words, which was really, really good. But now I'm sitting there going, I want to read and I want to write, and I want to catch up, but at the same time, I really want to watch Sherlock, and I really need to film, and I really want to read more of this. So, there's just not enough hours in the day. Essentially, there's not enough hours in the day to get all of this done, and I just don't know what to do with myself. So, yeah, that's fun. That's a lot of fun for me to be dealing with. I mean, as long as I get like another 100 odd pages done of this, then I've only got about 200 left to read tomorrow. Because how long is this book? I keep on forgetting. 425 pages. So I'm on page 84 at the moment. So I've got this much left, but I do find it a quick read. I don't know. I just don't know. As long as I get this done by Wednesday, I'm usually fine. And as long as I'm caught up with Nano, that's fine. But I don't know what else to do with myself, quite frankly. It's a bit confusing. So I'm just going to sort of see where the day takes me, I think. I'm just going to have to see where the day takes me. My plans for the day are completely gone because it is currently 2:15. I have managed to film a video, thank God. And that's about it, apart from writing 1,480 words. And I needed 3,901. My brain has completely switched off, apparently. And it's just going, no words, no words, no words, which is fantastic. And I know why. It's because I've got an afternoon meeting. My meeting was originally going to be at 11 o'clock this morning, but it got moved to 3 o'clock in the afternoon, and afternoon meetings screw my brain up. Don't ask me why. I think I spent the entire day going, I can't do this because there's a meeting. I can't do this, there's a meeting. I can't do this, there's a meeting. And I'm always paranoid I'm going to miss it. So I don't want to get myself into immersive stuff because I'm paranoid I'm going to miss the meeting. So that's why I haven't managed to write anything significant and actually, catch up, because I'm currently on 5,912 words when I need to be at 8,335. So I'm probably going to end up playing catch up tomorrow, which I didn't want to do. I wanted to spend Wednesday, Thursday, Friday getting ahead of myself, so I was ready for next weekend. So that's a pain in the ass, but there we go. And I also obviously wanted to read more of the Foul Twins, and that's just not happening because I've got this meeting. So that's annoying. I did want to get this done by Wednesday, but it's going to get done by Thursday now, so that's fun. It's also getting quite dark outside, which is great fun as well, because I've got to go out there in like half an hour for this meeting. And it's already looking pretty dark, so it's probably going to end up raining, and then it's going to be dark on the way home, so that's going to be great. Thanks daylight savings, it's probably going to be raining, which is also going to be fun. So this is great, and I'll probably try to write something more when I get back, but I don't know how well that's going to go. Ugh, afternoon meetings, man, they completely bugger me. Afternoon meetings are not for me at all. I much prefer mornings. I think today is a washout. Well, it's not a washout. I've written, like, nearly what I should have done, like, for a usual NaNoWriMo day. And, I mean, I've filmed a video, so it's not too bad. But at the same time, I wanted to get a lot more done. So, that's annoying, but I think I'm going to give up until after the meeting. And try to wake up before the meeting. So, I'm back from my business meeting. I was going to start writing again. And now there's hammering. Right outside the front room window. Why? Just why? What is with today and not being able to read or do any writing? Well, I managed writing. Literally just. But I was going to read now. Or just write like 500 more words or something. What is with today? Genuinely, what is with today? So, I got barely any sleep again last night. I mean, I went to bed at like 11:30. I was actually laying in bed trying to sleep at 11:30, and I'm usually up till like midnight, half midnight. Again, with noises outside, never mind. But I just couldn't sleep last night. There was no reason to it at all. I just couldn't sleep. My brain wouldn't shut off. And I just laid there tossing and turning for a while. And now I've got a bit of a mild headache. I've managed to take some paracetamol for that, so hopefully that will go. But now I've got to try and catch up on Nano and write like 4,000 words. And try to read as much of the Fowl Twins as possible today. And not fall asleep in the middle of it, which is great fun, quite frankly. So what I think I'm going to do is write in the morning and then try to read this when I've had my second wave, because hopefully I'll get a second wave of energy. Otherwise, this ain't getting read today at all. So, yeah, let's hope second wave. Also, apparently on my time hop, I reached 10,000 words this time, either last year or the year before. And this year, I am currently 2 and a bit days behind. So, I'm feeling quite inadequate at the moment. Like, I know this year has been quite different, and obviously I had a rubbish weekend of writing, so that's why I am behind, but at the same time I'm just sitting there going, I'm currently on 5,000 words this year, and like a year or 2 years ago I was double that, so I'm a bit annoyed with myself, I have to say, but I have to sort of stop thinking like that, because quite frankly, like, it's a different year. You know, it's a different year and things are obviously different, and I've had a different sort of start to Nano this year, so I just need to, like, get used to it and just catch up. It's fine, I can catch up. If I can stay awake. Oh, this Nano isn't going well. Quite frankly, this month isn't going well. That's all I can say. I'm just hoping that next week things improve, or at least from tomorrow things improve with being awake and everything else. So hopefully either tomorrow or next week things improve and I get better at this, because quite frankly I need to get more writing done so I can reach 50,000, and I need to read more because we're on like day 6 and I haven't even finished a book yet, and that is just ridiculous for me. So I need to get on, and I need to pull my finger out, and I need to stop feeling sorry for myself and wallowing in feeling slightly inadequate, so I should probably get on. But I'm just so tired. I am so tired. I can't get the words to go. Genuinely cannot get the words to go. I've literally written 534 words and I've deleted most of them. So I don't know what's going on. Quite frankly, I'm just so out of it. And I'm really hot today as well for no apparent reason. And I just can't get the words to go. I've never had this so bad with NaNoWriMo in my life. I have never struggled like this before. And I don't know what to do. Genuinely, I'm sitting there going, what do I do? Because I genuinely think I may fail. For the first time ever, I genuinely think I may fail because I just can't get words out that I find semi-satisfactory or anything. And I know it's only day 6. I know it's only day 6 and I've got the entire rest of the month. But I can't get the words to go and I desperately need to catch up. I've still got I've still got to try and write like 3,300 words to try and catch up. I still want to finish the Foul Twins. I wanted to finish that today, but that's just not happening now. There's no way I'm getting to Trail of Lightning this week either because I'm going to be so busy trying to finish the Foul Twins. If I can even muster up, like, some level of, like, energy to read it, I'm panicking. I know I shouldn't. I know it's only day 6, but I am slightly freaking out here. This has never happened to me. This has literally never happened to me before and I don't know what to do. I'm going to try and push through and just get something down, but I'm struggling here, guys. I am genuinely struggling so badly. I don't know what to do. Genuinely, I don't know what to do. It's never been like this for me. It's never been like this for me. Okay, so I've had lunch. I've calmed down a bit. Tried not to stop stressing. I've managed to book tickets to see Les Mis when it's aired across the UK in cinemas, which is nice because my cinema wasn't showing any booking availability for 2 days and now it's suddenly turned up on the website, so I've managed to quickly book that in. So 2nd of December plans are sorted, which is really, really nice, so I can finally see Les Mis because I've never seen it before and I really love Carrie Hope Fletcher, so naturally I was going to go see it for cheaper than I would do if I went to the actual theatre. So that's really nice. And now I'm going to try again. It's currently 1:30. In an hour and a half, I've got a couple of reading sprints to do on the Explorathon page, at which point I will be reading more Foul Twins just so I can get some more pages in. But for now, I'm going to spend the next hour and a half trying to get some words down. I'm not going to catch up to where I should be today at all. There's just no way in hell. But at the very least, I can try to get a bit closer to catching up, which will be nice, hopefully, if the words go. I'm feeling a bit better now, so they may do, but I don't know. Either way, gonna try it. This is my usual writing time, so it may just be that I was a bit before because I'm not very good at writing in the morning. Who knows? I'm gonna give it a shot and see what happens. So yeah, let's get going. I needed food, apparently. Turns out I needed food and to sort of recover from this morning and wake up a bit. So I'm very, very happy with that, quite frankly. So yeah, now I get to do some reading sprints and read a bit of the Foul Twins. At last! I've now got 3 hours, essentially, to read as much of the Foul Twins as I can. It's not going to be as much as I want it to be, but I'm feeling a lot better now that I've gotten some words done. And now I'm only 2,000 words behind instead of 4. So that's better than yesterday. So much better than yesterday. Far better than I thought it was going to go. At last. Hooray. Hilariously, I couldn't log on to the Twitter account, which was just great. So I'm actually having to run this through the Discord instead because for some reason Twitter just sort of failed on me and wouldn't let me log in. But we're getting there. It's the first time I've tried to log in, and it's the first time I've ever tried to run sprints, so this is going to be fun. At least I've got some energy now. At least I have some energy to get something done, so yeah, I'm going to actually get on with some sprints on the Discord instead and just see what happens. After 2 hours of sprints, I've now reached page 193 of the Fowl Twins, and oh my god, I'm in love. I have to say, I am utterly in love with this book. It is absolutely brilliant. I cannot talk about how much fun this is. It's so like Artemis Fowl without being Artemis Fowl, so it's different enough, but it still feels like it's in the same world, and it's a completely different idea for stories and everything, so it doesn't feel repetitive or anything. I really, really enjoy about this. I'm loving Miles and Beckett's relationship. I'm loving the new fairy as well in this, because I thought the fairy originally, when she was just referred to by she, her pronouns in the first chapter, it was going to turn out to be Holly, but it is a different fairy. But I have a feeling that Nanny, as in the AI in these glasses, is actually Holly. I have this feeling that Holly is watching over the twins, and while Artemis is away, he's told Holly, can you look after them via Nanny as like their AI, and I just have this feeling that it's Holly and she's just keeping an eye on all of them. I have this feeling, because I have read somewhere that Holly turns up, and I think Mulch does as well, and I'm gonna scream when that happens with excitement, I'm not gonna lie. But this is just so much fun. I am loving all the twists and turns in this. I am loving the double crossing in this as well, and just how clever the Fowl Twins are. I love it. Quite frankly, I am absolutely loving it. For the first in a series, I'm really, really enjoying this compared to what I felt during the first Artemis Fowl book. I was not keen for the first 100 pages of the first Artemis Fowl book, but this one went right into it, and I was like, yes, I'm in. I am loving this, and I'm just genuinely loving this. And I think I've learned as well now to read in the morning and write in the afternoon. I'm pretty sure that's how this is going to go. So, I'm very excited to read more of this tomorrow morning and write in the afternoon. And after I've finished writing, go back to reading this. I think this is how I'm going to have to do it, because I apparently cannot write to save my life in the mornings. So, I think that's what we're going to do. And I'm so excited to continue. I'm clearly not going to get to Trail of Lightning this week. That's just not happening at all. But I think I'm going to read this. And after I finish this, I'll read one of my comics, I think, on my TBR instead. So I've at least read 2 things this week, because I don't like having a middle grade as the only book I've read this week. So that is my plan. I think at the moment, finish this, read one of my comics. Probably going to be The Boys Volume 2, I have to say, to completely, go from nice, semi-calm middle grade to violent adult comic. So that's going to be fun, but I'm very, very excited either way, and I just really can't wait to read more of this. Quite frankly, I have nothing else to say apart from I cannot wait to read more of this tomorrow. Wrap up this reading vlog, and the only thing I managed to read was the Fowl Twins, because this weekend was literally spent adulting and trying to catch up on NaNoWriMo, and I'm now currently a day behind instead of 2.5 days, so not as good as I could have been, but not as bad as it could have been either, so in that front, I'm alright with it. But when talking about books, The Fowl Twins, what a way to start November. This was an incredible book. I absolutely adored it. I cannot get over how good The Fowl Twins was. It was just so funny in places and so plot twisty in others. The villains were really good. I loved Miles and Beckett's relationship in this. It was absolutely beautiful. It was filled with so many lovely references as well to Artemis, which I absolutely loved because obviously I adore Artemis himself, and I love seeing those little references to him and his little sort of pop-up bits. The only thing that makes me a bit sad is that this is the normal edition, and as of yesterday I found out Waterstones has an exclusive edition with red sprayed edges, signed, and it's also got an exclusive mini story at the end about what Artemis is up to, so I'm kind of gutted I don't have that edition, but this was still an incredible book. I loved every minute of it. I loved Miles and Beckett. I loved Lazuli. I loved all the references. And I just loved the storyline. It was absolutely brilliant. And I have to give it 5 stars. It was just so good. I think this now may be my favourite book of the Artemis universe in its entirety. It's a big thing to say, but I think it may be my favourite overall. Which is tough going. I have to say, it's tough going. But this was just absolutely amazing. I thoroughly enjoyed it. I have to say, I thoroughly enjoyed it. But that's basically all I've got to say for this wrap up of this reading vlog. So I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please do give me a thumbs up. Comment down below with what you read this week. I'd love to know. I'll also leave a link down below to all my social media if you want to check it out. And if you want to see any more of my videos, please click subscribe here and over here with a link to a previous video. But until next time, guys, bye.